Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. The bonus to the apostles and elders, bishop and elders, a great millstone, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. In the sincere salutation to all the occupant pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world shedding light to the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwath who are listening and learning. If your sisters who are listening and learning, coming into the lesson of truth, fact, faith, and education, no data education, Lord willing to be edifying. So I title this lesson, Staying Sane Because of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Staying sane because of the Lord. And this is I was at this place, and it's the second time I done heard this from an Edomite. What appears to be an Edomite. So I had to go to this place and do some fingerprinting for this one job. And the Edomite passed me as I was sitting waiting. He said, "Stay sane." And that's the second time I done heard that from an Edomite. And we know Yahweh Shema Shah starting to bring pain on them bastards, man. They starting to catch it too. Because their people, those that's in control of the resources, don't care about them. So he said, he walked past me and said, "Stay sane." And I was just thinking like, man, is it that bad? You got to tell somebody to stay sane? Yeah, it's that bad, man. It's that bad for these Edomites. So I was looking at the word sane. It's a definition from Oxford language. It's of a person of sound mind, not mad or mentally ill. And we know most of these people out here is on drugs, man. You either taking one of the Laura sets, or you taking one of the Dava sets. You taking one of them sets. So you on perks, 5, 10s, and 30s. You on something. Some kind of opioid the world is on, man. Or you smoking chemical marijuana. This is it's a similar words for sane, right in the head, in one's right mind. It got clear-headed, coherent, balanced, well balanced, stable, normal. And see, when Jacob trouble take place, see that what the Lord is doing right now is building us up to what's about to not be normal, but for the hopeful elect, it's gonna be normal in that time, man. When Jacob trouble take place, the elect, their minds will be calm, stable. It'll be normal. But to the rest of the world, it's gonna be bad, man. So it's a of an undertaking of manner reasonable, sensible. Other words, to say reasonable, realistic, prudent, circumspect. These are similar words for sane. Prudent. You can't make this up, man. Circumspect, pragmatic, wise, reasonable, rational, mature, level-headed, sound, balanced, sober. Sober, man. So here are all the words to be for being sane, man. Again, right in the head, in one's right mind, well balanced, stable, normal, all there. These are the words, man. So when this guy told me, and it was another Edomite told me this, it was some months ago, and we don't see it, but when you somewhere and somebody say something to you just out the blue, that be the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. You gotta know when the spirit's saying something. That be Yahweh Shema Shai, giving you confirmation. There's another word that say, let me play this. Judicious. It say judicious, having, showing, or done with good judgment or sense. Ooh, that's heavy. Now it got similar words. Man, it's a lot of them. Well advised, perceptive, thoughtful, considered, insightful. We supposed to have that vision. Intelligent, clever, enlightened. Man, so many scriptures I can get to this. When you go to enlighten, what it tell you in Hebrews 10 and 32? Man, let me get that real quick. In Hebrews 10 and 32, let's get that real quick. Because this is one of the words is enlightened for judicious. Hebrews 10. And it's another one in the same precept. The Hebrews 10 is in Baruch. It's in Baruch 4 and 2. This Hebrews 10 and 32, it reads, but call to remembrance the former days in which ye were illuminated, which means to be enlightened. Ye endured a great fight of affliction. So back to judicious, it got enlightened, logical, rational, cautious, circumspect, diplomatic, expedient, advisable. And that's what the whole select is. Advisable to who? Isaiah 35, starting at verse 3, it says, strengthen you that we can and confirm the feeble knees. Advisable, long-headed, heads up, man, smart, strategic, circumspect, man, intelligent, clear-sighted, discerning. Ooh, discerning. This is for judicial, sound, well-advised, astute, man, prudent, wise. And these are all words that go back to sane, man. Circumspect, sober, balanced. Those are the ones that stand out. Balanced, circumspect, normal, clear-headed. So I want to get just a couple precepts. I want to make this too long. I was just thinking about this guy said, stay sane. Hey, and it's not us. The point I'm making in this lesson is it's not us that's staying sane. It's Yahweh Shema Shah that got us this way, man. So let's go back to this. In Jeremiah 10 and 23 it reads, O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to directive his steps. O Yahweh, correct me, but with judgment, not in thy anger, lest thou bring me to nothing. So it's not us, man. This is the Lord that got us sane. And one of the words said sober, which is in First Thessalonians, right? Also is in First Peter 5 and 8, man. Be sober and vigilant. This is Proverbs. The Edomite says, stay sane. So boy, time is coming. And when the drugs stop, when there is no more drugs, because right now, the truth is, really, people are insane right now. But the drugs is kind of keeping them, at ease. You ain't gonna say balance is keeping them at ease for the moment. This is Proverbs 16 and 1, because it's not us that's keeping us sane. It's the Lord, man. This is Proverbs 16 and 1. The preparations of the heart in man, which is your mind, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. And show you a double-minded man that's unstable in all his ways. As it said in James 1 and 8, this guy that came to camp Saturday, he was talking about how he was just talking about how our people got Stockholm syndrome. But when the Edomite came up, this guy was like, shh, no, so don't talk so loud. That's Stockholm syndrome, man. So when Esau came and stood right next to him, skin to skin, he folded, man. But he talking about our people got Stockholm syndrome. No. I said, no, nigga, you got Stockholm syndrome. Slow-bellied nigga. Again, Proverbs 16 and 1, the preparations of the heart in man and the ounce of the tongue is from the Lord. Everything that we say, we do in our daily walk The Lord already, it was already, it tell you in Job 33 and 14, when deep sleep fall upon men. The Lord send you instructions for the next day, man. We just robots that's being downloaded information, man, every day. Verse 2, all the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but Yahweh weigheth the spirits. So when the guy said that, that's of the Lord, man. This is Proverbs chapter 20. I'm gonna read 12. Let's read 12. This is Proverbs 20 and 12. It reads, the hearing ear and the seeing eye, Yahweh have made even both of them. And this is a precept from Exodus 4 and 11. Let's read that. It's Exodus chapter 4, verse 11. Just some precepts I put together, thinking about what this guy said to me. And I always hear Edomite, I be somewhere, and the Edomite always say something spiritual to me, man. Exodus 4 and 11. And Yahweh said unto him, who have made man's mouth, or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I, Yahweh? So it's the Lord, man. Again, Proverbs 20 and 12. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, Yahweh have made even both of them. So it's not of us, man. The reason we saying here right now with this understanding has nothing to do with us. Oh, when you go down to Proverbs 20 and 27, it reads, the spirit of man is the candle of the Lord. It's not us. It's Yahweh Shema Shah. Proverbs 20 and 27. The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord to do what? Searching all the inward parts of the belly. When you go to Psalms 51 and 6, it reads this. Behold, thou desires truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part, thou shalt make me to know wisdom. It's the wisdom that keeping us sane. It has nothing to do with you thinking you got free will, man. There is no free will. This is Psalms 44 and 20, 21. Just a few precepts I was meditating on. It's Psalms 44 and 21. Shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. It's of the Lord, man. It has nothing to do with us. So if somebody be like, hey, stay sane, they don't know what they're saying, man. But it's spiritual for you to hear that. Because hey, that means he trying his best, thinking it's on him. he, he trying his best to stay sane, man. Because it's getting bad for these Edomites. It's getting bad for them. So that's them crying out. Proverbs 16 and 6. It reads, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. And the only ones that can get this mercy, that can be showed mercy, and to receive truth, is you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. And everybody is sick because of what? Iniquities, man, which is sin on top of sin. Jake, full of parasites. The heathen, full of parasites. Everybody just eating willingly. Shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, just full of parasites, man. We drinking and eating defiled food. So it's the mercy of the Lord that we have not been put to death, or we are not bugged out, man. Proverbs 16 and 6, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. And by the fear of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, men depart from evil. When a man's ways please Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. And that's why the guy said, stay sane. And he said something else, but it ain't important. The important thing was stay sane. And now we see these Edomites is seeking to please the poor, man. But yeah, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. And by the fear of Yahweh, men depart from evil. See, it's the Lord, man. Everybody's full of iniquities, man. And the only ones that's being purged is the remnant of Israel. And call out Yahweh Shema Shah for that. This is verse 9. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps. And the beautiful thing is, the Lord is purging out all that old whatever that was in us, man. What is that? Malachi 3. They're going through that furnace of affliction, man. See, it said a purifier. This is Malachi 3 and 2. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? It said the same thing in Isaiah 33 and 14. Who is this? But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire. Then John said that in Matthew 3 and 11, I baptize you with water, but he that cometh after me shall baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. Here it is talking about Yahweh Shai right here in Malachi. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? He is like a refiner's fire and like fuller's soap. He shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto Yahweh an offering in righteousness. And to show you, when you read one, it's dealing with John the Baptist, Elijah, right? It say Malachi 3:1, behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith Yahweh of hosts. See, the Lord said, I'm send my messenger. You had John the Baptist that came first. That's why it's in Matthew 3. That's why this cold, because in Malachi 3, then when you go to Matthew 3, he said, John said, I indeed baptize you with water, but he that cometh after me shall baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. But who may abide the day of his coming, and who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like fuller's soap to purge away. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi and purge them as gold and silver. Isaiah 48 and 10. That they may offer unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh an offering in righteousness. Which is what is that? Present your body as a living sacrifice, right? That's Revelation, Romans 12 and 1 Peter 2. You see? Then shall the offering of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto Yahweh, as in the days of old, and as in the former years. See, this is talking about these men standing in boldness, man. Romans 12. There's a lot of them words, man. Circumspect. It said one of the words for sane. Circumspect, sober. This is Romans 12 and 1. It reads, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And the reason we are sane, or what is that? Let me see. And the reason we are sane because of the Lord, man. It had nothing to do with us. It's Colossians 4, verse 4. It reads, verse 5, it says, walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that you may know how you ought to answer every man. This is through Yahweh Shema Shai, has nothing to do with us, man. This is called being sane. Let's get this Ephesians 5 and 15. You couldn't do this if it weren't for the Lord. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And what's the will of Yahweh Shema Shah? Hey, this is about feeding the sheep, man. This is about making sure the sheep is walking in the right path. This First Thessalonians 5 and 1. But the times and the seasons, but of the times and the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. It say, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And 2/3, these heathens ain't gonna escape. The only one's gonna get to escape is the remnant of Israel and those elites going into them bunkers, man. But they ain't gonna get escaped either, because that's gonna be their prison. But ye, it say, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of the light. Why? Because it tell you that we have been illuminated. Ye are all ye are all the children of the light, and the children of the day. We are not of night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober, which is one of the words for sane. One of the words for sane is sober and circumspect. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation. Oh, let me get this. In Colossians 1, it's that 1 and 23. This is called being sane right here. It reads, if ye continue in the faith, grounded and settled. This is another word to be sane, man. If you continue in the faith, grounded and settled, that means your roots is deep, man. And be not moved away from the hope of the gospel, which ye have heard, and which was preached to every creature which is under heaven. Wherefore I, Paul, am made a minister. See, we will not be, it say, if you continue in the faith, grounded and settled, and be not moved. And this is another word. These are other buzzwords for saying, man. Grounded and settled, not being tossed to and fro. Let me get this in Ephesians. I think it was Ephesians 5. Let me see. Select it. So this is Ephesians 5, and I'm on verse. No, where's that? Maybe they didn't Ephesians. Bear with me here for a second. Uh, hmm, hmm, there's a dog. Hold on, man. I know I ain't tripping. Maybe I am. You know what? Let me just type this in. Bear with me here for a second. Um, see if I can get this come up. Okay. Ephesians 3. Salakia. I'm in chapter 5. Yeah. Ephesians 3. Just another word, grounded, it mentions. This is Ephesians 3. Let's start at verse 13. Wherefore I desire that ye faint not at my tribulations, for you, which is your glory. Hold on. Let's start at 11. It reads, according to the eternal purpose which he had proposed in Hamashiach Yahweh our Lord, in whom we have boldness and access with confidence, in whom we have boldness and access with confidence by the faith of him. Wherefore I desire that ye faint not at my tribulations, for you. This is Paul saying, hey, I'm doing this for the body. That's why that's why Apostle could always say, know the state of thy flocks and look well to thy herds, man. Because of the tribulations, it's to show the faith, man, to the sheep. Wherefore I desire that ye faint not at my tribulations, for you, which is your glory. Because it tell you in Acts 26, Paul said, for the 12 tribes, he has accused. This is about their body, man. This is about the sheep. For this cause I bow my knees unto the Father of our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, of whom the whole family in heaven and earth is named, right? Yasharallah, man. Sons of power, man. Sons of God. That he would grant you according to the riches of his glory. And they tell you in Second Corinthians, that 2 Corinthians 8, it said that the Lord became rich. He was rich, became poor for our sakes. It said that he would grant you, according to the riches of his glory, to be strengthened with might by his spirit in the inner man. I just read Proverbs 20 and 27, right? The spirit of the Lord is the spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly. This is about the inward man. This ain't about the outer appearance, man. This is about your spirit, man. And as it tell you in 1 Peter 2 and 2, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk that you may grow, that he will grant you according to the riches of his glory to be strengthened with might by his spirit in the inner man, that Hamashiach may dwell in your hearts by faith, that ye be rooted and grounded in love, man. Point making about being sane. That's being rooted and grounded, man. Let's go back to this. Being rooted and grounded, man. Oh no. Was let's get this. This is being sane right here, man. Being rooted and grounded. It's taking Ephesians, not being tossed to and fro. It's also in Hebrews, not being tossed to and fro, man, with every wind of doctrine. It's Colossians 2 and 6. It reads, as ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahushua, the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith as ye have been taught, abounded therein with thanksgiving. Buzzword, rooted and built, established. I got one more. Was it First Thessalonians? Where's that? First Thessalonians. Let me see. Is it two? Let me see. It's either two or let me check. Maybe Second Thessalonians. Yeah, maybe Second Thessalonians. Let's go back. Yep. Second Thessalonians, chapter 2, right, verse 14. Let's read 13. It say, "But we are bound to give thanks always to God for you, brethren beloved of the Lord, because power hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth." See, this is another buzzword for saying, man. Belief, whereunto he called you by our gospel to the obtaining of the glory of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which ye have been taught, whether by word or by epistle. Now our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach himself and God, even our Father, which have loved us and have given us everlasting consolation. We were talking about this Saturday camp. All these LeBron Jameses and Denzel Washington, they have received a consolation prize, man. Okay, a consolation prize is what you give to a loser, man. It's a and have given us everlasting consolation and good hope through grace. If you look up consolation prize, it's something you give to losers. Verse 17 it reads, "Comfort your hearts and establish you in every good word and work." Let me get this one. Got one more. In Second Timothy 3:16. I'm gonna close with this. It reads, "It say be established in every good work." This is being sane. It reads, Second Timothy 3:16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. And I used to always make the point by being thoroughly furnished. When you get an apartment, a new apartment or a house, right? What do? You thoroughly furnish it, right? You deck it out, nice sofas, right? Nice TVs. You get nice. You try to get you some real silverware. If you can find real silver, some good plates, good cups, right? And now in the truth, you try to find everything that's right for you, man. If they got your place. Well, this is talking about your spiritual bowl, man, your body, man. That the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. That's being rooted and grounded. That's being sane. And it's up Yahweh Shema Shah, man. So yeah, just some points I wanted to make about being sane. Hey, the water for tuning in. You to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. The bonus to the apostles and the bishops and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all the Israel, ready accepted or not. In the sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth like the four winds of the earth. Then tell your world, shedding light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Agua who are listening and learning. If you sisters who are listening and learning. Let me read this brother precept. This is beautiful. This is Ezra Yahawada. Ecclesiastes 22:16. It reads, "As timber girt and bound together in a building cannot be loosed with shaking, especially if it's built right. So the heart that is established by advised counsel shall fear at no time." That's cold. That's beautiful, bro. Verse 17, "A heart settled upon a thought of understanding is as a fair plastering on the wall of a gallery." That's cold. Man, that's heavy. That's heavy, bro. I hate the water for that precept, brother. That's fire. Yup. Let's get this. I used to bring this out a lot, man. Cause I Kazabanya Howder. Lamentation 3:21. This I recall to my mind. Therefore have I hope. It is of the Lord's mercy that we are not consumed. Why? Because his compassions faileth not, they are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. The Lord's compassion for the remnant is new every morning, man. Beautiful. Throughout from precepts. I used to bring that out a lot, man. I brought it out at a Friday cap. Listen, the Lord's compassion, his mercies is new every morning to us, man. Call out Yahweh Shema Shah. Otherwise, you're going to be insane. Hey, so again, Lord willing, it's edifying. Throughout for the precepts, throughout for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue to bless you in your houses. Stay prayed up. Till next time, I say Shalom. Wa, Abba, Abba.